Sir Jess, how does one become a franchise king? At may sikreto ka ba?
Hindi ko man alam kung dapat
Share naman ang secret.
yung ano na king ako, hindi naman ako king eh. To get to this status is it's really hard work and consistency because kung minsan sinasabi nila yung franchise business is the easiest business, it's not. Getting a franchise may already be a struggle for a lot. Like even a Jollibee franchise is really a struggle. If you ask any businessman whether they like a Jollibee franchise store, probably 100% will say yes because they know that the chances of success is really big. Kaya lang, to get it is one of the hardest part. Kasi nga, ang daming nag-a-apply. Yung iba kala nila, pag may pera sila, makakakuha na sila. It's really not. And sometimes even politicians are nagbabraso. What they call that? Yung binabraso nila so that i-award sa kanila yung mga franchise. No, they cannot do that with Jollibee. Pag sinabi mo sa Jollibee, hindi ka makakatayo dito kung hindi mo ibibigay sa akin yung franchise. Sabihin lang ng Jollibee, sige po, wag na muna kami magtayo sa inyo. Loser, it's not Jollibee, it's the town or the city that rejects a Jollibee franchise, diba? So I think, and then the second struggle will be how to adhere to the policies and the guidelines and operating manual of the franchisor. Kasi kailangan sumusunod ka eh. Kung hindi ka sumusunod, wala. They might not renew your franchise or you might lose it. So, and then the other challenge is when you adhere, meaning kahit na meron kang gustong gawin, you cannot do it because you need to get the approval of your franchisor because that's part of the contract. And the other challenge is, part of the contract is that you cannot open businesses that will compete with the brand, meaning myself, I cannot open a restaurant or get a franchise of other brands. I was offered other brands actually, pero hindi pwede because sabi ko, I might lose my own Jollibee and Chowking franchise. I'll tell you a story. Alam mo yung Yellow Cub, yung owners niyan before, yung original owners were friends of mine. They're franchisees of Chowking. So dalawa yan. Nag-meeting kami, so tatlo kami. Sabi nila, we're forming a company that will organize Yellow Cub Philippines. It's only a local brand. So I thought about it, but then sila kasi tig-isang Chowking lang sila eh. So even if they lose the franchise, okay lang sa kanila. Eh ako, I also have a Jollibee and a Chowking. Sabi ko, I cannot join you because I might lose the franchise by joining you. But I don't know if it was a bad decision on my part because you know very well that when they sold a Yellow Cub, they sold it for 800 million. So, ang yaman ko na sana ngayon. Sonia, ano?
Oo nga. Mayaman ka na ngayon. Babayaan mo na yun.
Tsaka marami naman akong partners in our group.
You are a businessman, but you are also a very civic-minded person, as evidenced by your international and national involvements in various civic organizations. What is your most important advocacy? What
us to be generous and to help those in need. That was inculcated in our minds even at our young ages. So I think all of us carried that. I joined Rotary and which carried me to several different positions. Now I'm in the international position, raising money for the Rotary Foundation. The last 3 years of my appointment, I was able to raise $10 million in 3 years. from the Philippines only.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
and then this year we're raising about $5 million every year, dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and but we get a lot from the Rotary Foundation. We get a lot from them,
Mm-hmm.
and and this benefits people in our communities. Like meron kaming mga donations of like a Mother's Milk Banks, JBL. We
Mm-hmm.
provided PPEs and many other equipments to many hospitals here, and a lot of projects that we're getting. Kasi even if we're giving to the foundation, we get more from the foundation in terms of grants. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
also the president of Help and Assistance for Rotary Philippine Districts, and this is
Mm-hmm.
an organization of Rotary, Philippine Rotary, which is in partnership with DepEd, rebuilding schools in the Yolanda areas. So far we have rebuilt 149 classrooms in
Wow.
Leyte, Samar, Iloilo, and we
Mm-hmm.
spent nearly 50 million for that. And then
Mm-hmm.
also I am the founder of Shelter Box Philippines. These are the basic needs of people after a disaster: a big tent, and then
Yes.
all the things you need
Mm-hmm.
in a disaster: tools, uh, blankets,
Mm-hmm.
water heater, a water purifier, and then water, solar lights, and all of these cooking
Yeah.
utensils. So
Yes.
after a disaster, these are what you need.
Yes.
And this is in partnership with Shelter Box International, which is the one really providing for the money and the equipments needed.
Yeah.
And then Shelter Box continuously provides this even to this date. So siguro in the last 10 years, Shelter Box has provided about 500 million worth of these equipments to major disasters in the Philippines. Major lang yung kino-cover namin, not really the small disasters. I also worked very well with the Kapampangan Development Foundation, and as you know, I'm the only member of the board who is Pampanga based. You know, for the longest time, I think, and I should share it with everyone, that the more you help, the more you share, the more you share your blessings, the more blessings that are coming. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I am one of those that can tell you, one of those people that can tell you that this is exactly true. And if you read any Bible of any religion, it's all there. And I say,
Mm-hmm.
any Bible of any religion, it's all there that when you give, the returns will be a thousandfold.
Yeah. Sir Jess, I know that there are so many anecdotes. I can talk to you for hours and hours, and we will never, finish. I know you have so many experiences we can learn from. But by way of a last question, I'd like to know from you, as chairman of the Pampanga Chamber of Commerce, meron ka bang isang very specific na hinahanap sa COVID response ng ating pamahalaan?
For the businessmen, no? Not for everyone.
Yes.
As a,
Yes.
for business, I think uh, government should be more lenient to business policies now. For example, uh, BIR should be lenient. The permits, whoever provides the permits, whether LGUs or the DTI or everyone, should be more lenient. Why?
Mhm.
Because right now, if you have a business that is not doing well, you go to another business. But if you go to another business, you'll get through another process. Sana naman, since meron ka ng existing permit, yung going to the other kind of business should
Mhm.
be easier and not really doing the same tedious process. Kasi nga, I'll give you an example, Sonia. I'll give you an example of Jollibee. Jollibee na lang. Kasi sobrang galing mag-isip ng mga companies like Jollibee. Jollibee now is into delivery, tsaka mga drive-through, takeouts, di ba? Because of the pandemic. And it went farther. It went farther to, we were selling ready-to-cook meals. And that will add up to the sales. But, you know what? We have a little problem there because our permit does not include that we are supposed to sell ready-to-cook food. So sana naman. And we have to go through a process, tedious ito with BIR, with our SEC registration kasi nga yung ano mo yung permit mo does not include the other kind of relative businesses that you can do during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Sana naman during this pandemic lang bigyan ng pagkakataon yung mga negosyante na mag-venture into other businesses na hindi na dadaan dun sa mahirap na proseso. Sana madali na lang o sana wag nang i-penalize sila for not being able to get the permits right away. Yun lang.
Okay.
And siguro for us businessmen and businesswomen, alam nyo yung pinapakita nating data ng gobyerno, I don't think it's as accurate as it is on the ground. Kasi like the 500 members of PAMCHAM, when we did the survey, we had like 11,000 people that lost their jobs. And I think our DOLE here is showing only a little less than 5,000 among all businessmen. Ayun, sa amin, 500 companies lang yung sinasabi ko. So it's more. And we are estimating the unemployment because of COVID to like probably 25%, 20 to 25%, which is big. And sana dun pagtuunin ng pansin ng gobyerno yung mga nawalan ng trabaho because if this goes on longer, then we will have a problem. We will have a problem on security and everything. So, yun lang.
Yes.
Siguro if they make it easier for businessmen to do business, siguro dadami yung business, dadami yung magkakaroon ng trabaho, yung mga nawalan ng trabaho, magkakaroon ng trabaho ulit, then we'll be good for the rest of the year and for next year.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kong Jess, Engineer Jesus Songko, Jess Nicdao. Maraming salamat po
Always
sa
a
inyo.
pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you also.